I've heard red scorpion poison can heal some infections, but I can't get it to work for me. It just makes me more sick. I couldn't sell that.
Guess no one's working the desk. Maybe they stepped out on a break? A memory lounger. Doesn't look too different from the ones in Goodneighbor. I know it's just screaming for you to sit on it, but let me check what this terminal says first. Let's see. Looks like there's 3 memories stored in this machine. You can pick the memory using this terminal. I say we watch them in order. You wouldn't watch Adios Muchachos 2 before the original, would you? Same rules apply. Just sit in the chair and I'll run the sim.
Possible or not?
No, I'm afraid not. The machine is designed to extract memories, not alter them.
Couldn't you just reverse the process?
That's not how it works. If you put a drop of ink in a glass of milk, you can't remove the ink without emptying the glass. A memory is part of who you are.
Then you're free to wipe it all. I would not mind starting fresh.
Oh, what about your memories of us, our friendship?
What do you think it is I want to get rid of so badly?
If you want my opinion, I think you should toss this fool's idea out with the rest of the garbage. People obsess over the past enough. They don't need to revisit it. The nostalgia you crave is nothing more than an opiate.
Does that mean you're married to a drug dealer?
Only until you sign the divorce papers. And as for you, altering your memories won't do you any good, and I have proof.
And what would that be?
Well, remember that scene we did for that mystery movie? How many takes did you ask for before you were satisfied?
Jesus, I had to be close to 25.
And what was the first thing you said when we saw it at the theater?
That I wish we did about 5 more takes.
You see? You can change your memories all you want, but you're never going to be satisfied with the result.
Doesn't mean it's not worth a try. I mean, if you had the chance to go into your brain and rearrange a little furniture, wouldn't you do it?
If I had your memories, maybe I would.
Very funny. But let's say in theory I really did want to do it. Would it be possible using this machine?
Why even use the machine? Why not just replace your entire brain? All we'd need is a willing donor and a perfusion emulator.
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Ego, fetch me the brain. No?
I could, but my wife hates horror movies.
Not unless I'm getting paid to act in them.
But it is possible to use the machine to implant memories instead of extracting them.
Anything is possible. Practical is another story. And even if we found someone to donate the memory, there are consequences to consider. I don't think you realize the level of danger involved.
What do you mean?
We aren't talking about growing a beard or borrowing your neighbor's hat. Incorporating other people's memories is fundamentally changing who you are. Your entire mind could be replaced without you even knowing it.
In theory, anyway. You've never actually done it.
My theories are usually right.
Well, I'd be willing to wager that you're wrong.
And there it is. It wouldn't be a discussion between you two without money changing hands.
It's not your money you'd be gambling with. Are you really willing to offer yourself up as a test subject?
Me? Of course not. I want to make sure it works first. We could find someone off the street, pay them a few dollars, get them to sign a waiver.
You two do realize the ethical quandary that poses?
Oh, ethics schmethics. Your husband's a doctor. He should know scientific discovery requires bending the rules from time to time.
Only if you went to the Transylvanian School of Medicine.
If we're doing this, and it's a big if, the memory in question has to be completely innocuous. We don't want to traumatize the patient.
Sure. In fact, what about this conversation right here? Just a harmless bit of dialogue between 4 good friends.
God forbid you infect someone with your brain.
She's right. You're too invested in this. The memory is so strong it might infect the patient. I suppose it could work.
The best laid schemes of mice and men.
Then it's a deal.
Whoa. That looked pretty intense. A lot more real than the memory lounges back home, anyway. Why don't you take a minute to get your bearings, and I'll see if I can't find out who those three were. From what it says here, that was a default memory. Something to give you an idea of how the whole implant thing works. You know the old saying, if you want to know someone, you have to walk a mile in his shoes? Well, this machine is the literal version. But the way they were talking, it's like the memories infect your mind, make you more like the person you're simulating. Kind of creepy if you think about it. Anyways, according to this, that conversation happened centuries ago. But they never got round to opening up. Bombs fell and the business went with it. But the next entry is way more recent. That might be our clue. Take a seat and I'll fire it up.
Jesus. It felt so real.
Crazy, isn't it? It's a brochure to explain how the whole thing works. It's too bad there isn't more.
I don't give a shit. As long as we can put new stuff in.
You can, but there's a limited amount of space. If you want to leave a memory, you're going to have to make it count.
I know the one.
Good. If what this says is true, and the memory's strong enough, your mind, your ideas, your soul even, live on through the program. Still, there's no guarantees. Identities take a lifetime to forge. It seems pretty far-fetched for one memory to have that much impact.
Doesn't matter. The point isn't to force anyone into believing me. I just want to show them what happened. After that, it's up to them to make up their own minds.
That was Castle, alright? Not a real ghost, but as close to one as you can get. Not sure about the others, though.
I don't see the point of any of this.
Relax. We at least know Castle was here. And there's still one memory left. And you know what they say, third time's the charm. God knows you could use a little more of it. Kidding. But yeah, anytime you're ready, we can load it up.
Hello? Is anybody up here? Look, I know you busted the lock on the gate. Not a bad move, all things considered. A lot easier to fix that than a broken window. There you are. It's alright. It's alright. Don't be afraid. You hungry? Here, I brought you a snack. Pretty good, huh? I'm not much of a sugar bombs guy. What with my teeth. But out here, you take what you can get. Not much of a talker, huh? Well, it's alright. Susan says I'm not much of a listener, so I guess it works out. Susan's my wife, by the way. You'll like her. I think the kid's from the Institute.
What are you saying, John? She's a simp?
Yeah. Would explain a lot.
Okay, so what do? We can't just let her stay here. Who knows what she's capable of?
I don't think she's dangerous.
You don't know that.
Well, we should at least give her the night to get her bearings. Find out if she has any family we can contact.
Fine. but only for one night. Then I want her out of here. I'm sorry, but John's not here. He has to work during the day. Yes, it's always been a little lonely with him gone. What's that? You tore your shirt? Well, I suppose it's time we get you out of those rags anyway. Come on, I have something that might be just your size. There, see? Now you're ready for the dance. No, don't cry. Don't cry. It's going to be okay. Look, I thought it over. Maybe this can work. But if you're going to stay here, you'll have to at least tell us your name. You don't have one? I suppose we'll have to give you one then. How do you feel about Darcy?
There's no use hiding.
She's a synth! She'll kill us all!
Fucking synth.
Susan. No.
John, promise me. You'll protect our daughter. Promise.
Damn. That was tough to watch. But I think I understand him a little better now. And why he did what he did. His wife overcame her fear because she knew her daughter was a synth. She grew to love her, even sacrificed her life for her. And it wouldn't have been possible had she not known the truth. Even watching from a distance, it's almost enough to convince you he was right. And I wasn't even in the machine. Can't imagine what it was like for Chaplin. What about you? Feel any different?
Don't worry. I feel the same.
Yeah. Had to figure all that infection stuff was nonsense. Takes a little more than a trip down memory lane to make you forget it's not your street. But it does explain why people might want to keep up Castle's fight. And I think anyone who's inspired by that memory is gonna visit the place that it happened. That house reminds me of some of the homesteads that surround the old Hub City junkyard. Let's see if any squatters have moved in. And if we're lucky, maybe one of them is our castle. Hey, no such thing as junk in the Commonwealth.